Now let's turn to Brazil, where the Senate has ousted President Dilma Rousseff. She has been found guilty of illegally using money from state banks to bankroll public spending. And her rival and former Vice President Michel Temer has been sworn in as the new president of Latin America's biggest country. CCTV's Paulo Cabral has more.
After 9 months of a convoluted impeachment process, it took fewer than 3 minutes of actual voting to seal the fate of Dilma Rousseff, Brazil's first female president. The 81 senators pushed their buttons and the electronic panel confirmed the much-anticipated defeat of the suspended president.
I will now declare the results. A total of 81 senators cast their votes. There were no abstentions. 61 voted for the impeachment. 20 senators voted against the impeachment.
But allies of Rousseff still managed to secure a lesser victory. In a separate vote, the senators decided not to strip her entirely of her political rights. Instead of being barred for 8 years, she could run for office in the next election, something normally not granted to an impeached president.
Rousseff was not convicted of corruption. The notion that someone convicted for alleged budget issues could also be stripped of political rights would make this an even more unreasonable punishment.
Just a couple of hours after the impeachment vote, then interim President Michel Temer walked onto the same Senate floor to be sworn in as the country's leader.
I promise to uphold, defend and abide by Brazil's constitution, observe the laws, promote the well-being of the Brazilian people and promote Brazil's unity, integrity and independence.
Nevertheless, Dilma Rousseff and her supporters remained defiant. A couple hundred people went to the Alvorada Palace, the official presidential residence, to show their support as Rousseff delivered a statement to the media. She repeated she was the victim of injustice and called on her allies to keep up the fight.
Não desistam da luta.
Do not give up the fight, hear me? They think they won, but they've got it wrong. I know we will all fight. There'll be a kind, tireless and energetic opposition that a government born from a coup deserves.
The impeachment process of Dilma Rousseff is now finished, but analysts now say Michel Temer will need to use all his political skill to assert his leadership and to end the political divide in Brazil. Paulo Cabral, CCTV, Brasília.